Saturday afternoon, everyone. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in, for liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the notification button, and sharing. Everything you do here helps this channel grow and is greatly, greatly appreciated. So 3 days ago, I was compelled to get a few decks and put this out here like this. And just a few moments ago, I put the postcards from Spirit on there. And so this reading has been sitting on my desk for 3 days. And I don't know why I was compelled to shuffle the cards and make the piles 3 days ago and not do this reading until today. But here we are. I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it is a postcard from Spirit reading, messages from Spirit reading, what you need to know reading. So I'm going to call it a take what you need reading, right? Regardless if you pick 1, 2, or 3, regardless if you pick the bouquet, the dragonfly, or the angels, listen to all 3, and perhaps there is a larger message in there for you, and take what you need out of all of them and put all of that together and create something that is beneficial for yourself. So, let's take a moment to kind of settle into the energy of being open and accepting the messages from each pile. Again, we have the bouquet. These are 2 angels on the side. So the angel bouquet, the dragonfly, and the standing angel. I don't know what each pile is, but I'm going with the dragonfly, because the dragonfly for me is my sign from my guides that everything is going to be fine. I have a dragonfly on my ankle. If I ever get a piece of property, it will be called Dragonfly Meadows. I love dragonflies, and I feel that when Spirit is reaching out to me or trying to talk to me or send me a message, it's dragonflies that they use. So I'm choosing pile 2. So let's breathe a little bit, step into the energy of this reading, and see what Spirit has to say. You can pause this, or you can walk with me into the reading for pile number 1. I'll be right back. So if you've chosen pile number 1, which is the angel bouquet, this is your postcard from Spirit Messages. Dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built. Yes? A good solid foundation, and yet flexibility too. In case of earthquakes. Let me start over. Jeez. Dearest you, since you're on Earth, and I want to say starting over, So I want to say that perhaps this deck is about you starting over. It's about you building a solid foundation. It's about you being flexible. It's about you needing a little bit more patience and putting in a little bit more effort into what it is that you're building. So, dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built. Yes? A good solid foundation, and yet flexibility too in case of an earthquake. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it is built from a solid base, whether it's an idea that takes form one step at a time, or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this as true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general sight check to ensure your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know you are building your life on a perfect and solid foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting to come to visit. We're so happy for you and so intrigued by what you are building, and that is your postcard from Spirit. So let's see. Let's start off with our tarot cards. So we have the Four of Pentacles. And the Death. Yes, so we're going through a transformation here. I feel a transformation of a solid foundation and very well in balance, but you have to let a few things go. You have to be more open with your ideas, be more open with what it is that you are trying to, or whom it is you're trying to connect to and connect with. The Death card is all about this transformation. The Death card is about letting go. The Death card is about being open to the changes around you and giving in to the resistance that you hold on to so tightly. So I feel that there's a lot of things here that you're being guided to let go with this Death card, and that transformation is all around you. And in order to build from that solid foundation, you have to let go of what no longer serves you. As the card says, you need a sturdy foundation dug and poured and built. And they want to remind you that because of this, that you, whoever's reading this, might need a little encouragement to see this is true in your life at this time. So the Sun card is that celebration. It is that encouragement, and you have to let go of the attachments that you hold onto. You have to let go of all of that past residual energy and past residue that you hold onto, that you continue to tell people, that makes your story, that you think, the stories that you tell people that think make you you, right? If it's stories of abandonment or abuse or a hard life or being left or difficult relationships or partnerships or lost a job or these are experiences you've had in your life. These experiences don't make you you. You are not a person who has to wear masks just to please everybody. You're not the person who has to tell this story every single time you talk about you and who you are because you think that this is the only way that you resonate with people. You have to get to the end of that and start being more open to building that solid foundation in your life without the experiences from the past being part of that foundation. Because if there's cracks here, and if there's sadness here, and if there's anger here, and if there's trials and tribulations here, if there's regret here, if there's pain here, if there's unstable, if there's instability here, and you're using this energy to help build this foundation, anything you build off of that is going to be less than solid. So you have to get through this transformation, and you have to let that shit go in order to walk into a time of abundance and creativity and power and strength and love. Love for self. Love for self. Some serious healing needs to be done here. We have the rose's kiss. This is you being your individual self, you standing in your power and you allowing yourself to be who you are without putting limitations and restrictions on yourself. And it's the purpose of power, standing in that power, you being your true authentic self and not allowing these attachments to be that solid foundation of who you are. Ooh, there's another tarot card. Ah! The Page of Swords. And because you've held on to these attachments for so long, because you've worn this mask for so long, it almost feels that any time that you would go forward, it would be like hitting a brick wall. It would be like, I don't want to use it. Well, I will use this analogy. It's like spitting into the wind, right? It always comes back. It always pushes it back. It's always, there is no progress. There is no forward movement. But by going through this death and this transformational time and stepping into a power of your own and creating purpose in your life, you are able to release, let go, or release and let go, release and let go, release and let go of that resistance, right? And then step into a time of abundance and prosperity, quiet nourishment, service as co-creation. So my service, no matter how great or small, is a conscious act of co-creation with the world. Quiet nourishes me. It connects me with the power of now. So I think through this time of transformation, there is healing. And I think that you recognize and realize the co-creation relationship that you share with Source and that you share with Spirit, that you share with the world around you, that we all are one, and that whatever this attachment is, isn't my story and doesn't make me me. It's the world around me. It's the life that the breath that I breathe, the trees, the water, the air, the energy. And if I can find that time to sit in that quietness of that co-creation relationship with the world, then you'll be able to stand in your own power and be that true individual self of who you are. You have to take the lead. So you're in the position here of taking back your power, of taking back your strength, of standing in a time of individuality, your own individuality, without feeling the need to wear masks and without feeling the need to allow these past energies to, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes, okay, so the abuse that I went through, I used to tell people that story so people would resonate with me on the victimhood mentality / energy, right? So we all want someone who is able to connect with us on a certain level, right? Now that I'm older, I no longer want to have the attachment of victim, right? Now that I'm older, I recognize that I'm not a victim. I took that experience from my life. I used it to empower myself. Sometimes I still have bouts of insecurity. Sometimes I still worry about what people say or think about what I do. But I no longer use that past victimhood mentality. I no longer wear it as a mask to try to get people to relate, right? I don't want to be in the energy of victimhood, and I don't want victims who see themselves as victims, because victim is a low vibrational word. Victim is someone who didn't survive, right? When you die in a plane crash, you're the victim of that plane crash. When you die in a death, you are a victim to that death. I survived. I survived all of it. And you are a survivor. You are not a victim, and you don't need the energy from the things that happened to you in the past to resonate and relate to other victims, because you are not a victim. We use that victimhood mentality as an excuse on why we can't conquer the world, on why we can't step into our power and our purpose, on why we can't transform into a better version, stronger version, powerful version of ourselves. And we use that victimhood mentality as a reason to not be able to take the lead in our lives and not understand our co-creation relationship with Spirit and Source, and to not go through that transformation that we have to go through to cut out everything that no longer serves its fucking purpose in our lives. And we use that victimhood mentality as a reason to not be able to build from a solid foundation, because we take that shit along with us, and we use that as an excuse on why we fail. We use that as an excuse on why we don't have successful relationships. We use that as an excuse on why we can't move into our creative endeavors, or why we can't have successful relationships. Of course you can. Of course you can have a successful relationship. Of course you can step into your own power. Of course you can go through this transformation. Of course you can take the lead of your life. Of course you can step into the power of purpose. Of course you can be creative and use that creativity and that co-creation relationship to build something absolutely stunning and amazing and beautiful in your life. But you have to stop using that victimhood shit as an excuse on how you can't do it or you won't do it. So, with all that said, be magnetized, put out that energy and allow wonderful, amazing things to come to you. Take the lead and be mesmerizing, be amazing, be genuine, be authentic, be that co-creation partner with spirit and source. Go through this time of transformation. Step out of that box you have put yourself into, that victimhood box that you have put yourself into. Start shedding that fucking skin of victimhood mentality. Start taking off those masks of this is what I went through and I can't do anything, or I can't create this, or I can't create that because I was a victim of this. Yeah, well, you were. But that doesn't make you you, does it? That doesn't make you you. That's something that you went through, you learn from, you become stronger from, and you move on and you create something bigger and better, because the more power you give to the person who did it to you, the less power you have to move on. And that's the thing about victimhood. And I'm sorry if this is triggering people, and I'm sorry if this is touching buttons. Sorry, not sorry. Because the longer you sit in victimhood mentality, the more power that the person who did whatever they did to you holds over you. And the moment you cut that cord and you go through that transformational energy and you are open to being that co-creator with spirit, and you are open to take your power back, and you are open to move past all of that residual energy that has held you back for how long? How long? You are then able to create something amazing in your life. You are then able to blossom into something absolutely stunning. You are then able to open to this co-creation relationship with spirit and source. You are then open to express all of your energy and vibrate on a level that allows you to just sit in a position of grandeur and greatness and power and strength and creativity and abundance and happiness and growth and all of these wonderful, beautiful things. You are the only boundaries that we have are the boundaries we place on ourselves. And we place it on ourselves because we come from shit like this, and we consider ourselves chained to it, a victim to it. I can't get out of it. I can't get over it. You can. I did. And there are thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people who did, and they don't see themselves as victims. They see themselves as survivors, and they show that they are survivors by going out and conquering the demons that have held them back for so fucking long. They did it. I did it. You too can do it. Know that you are divinely guided and loved. And know that I love you. I'm so very proud of you for cutting the chains that have held you back and ripping off those masks and going through this time of transformation and being your true authentic self. Until next time, take care of you. Bye. All right. If you've chosen pile number 2 or the dragonfly, this is my deck. Let's read what Spirit has to say. Dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes a loss is welcome, like when you leave a situation not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. You don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break open wide. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lesson learned, and know that as you let go of what has passed, even more of you remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. Love heals all. We are loving you and sending you love, always and forever. Oh, that's beautiful and touching, isn't it? So that talks very much about loss and how we have to allow ourselves to go through this time of pain and time of loss and time of uncertainty. And I feel that maybe some of you have done just that, right? You've allowed yourself to feel loss, or you've allowed yourself to go through those motions, and now you're standing in a time of strength to move forward, to step in this time of creating your wishes. It's like, it almost feels like on someone's deathbed, because we're talking about grief and loss and pain, that you made a promise, right? I promise that I won't give up. I promise that I'll do better. I promise that I will no longer allow myself to do destructive things. I promise this to you now. So you kept your word and stepped into a time of strength and got your connection back with spirit and source, or God, if you will. And now you're moving forward through this time with all of these wonderful, great ideas, and with the little birdie, the little messenger on your back here. And the little messenger is coming in. It's like the essence of the person who you may have lost. And that little birdie is coming in and saying, so proud of you. Look what you've created and done for yourself. You're moving forward in so many great and wonderful ways, and you have opened up all of these opportunities for yourself, and you have allowed yourself to go in many different directions to see what you are capable of, and you've allowed yourself to experience life in a different way. And I'm so very proud of you for it. And I am over here on this other side watching you move forward in a time of strength, a time of opportunity, a time of releasing what has held you back, a time of not allowing yourself to resist to the energy that flows around you. So it almost feels like there is someone on the other side coming through and saying to you, I'm very proud of you, and we are bringing and putting before you many opportunities. We are by your side and walking you through these many opportunities. And I love the visual here, because in the adjacent possibilities card we have all these doors opening, and then here in the star card we have all of these different streams of water flowing in many different directions. And I feel like the two of those go together, that you understand that anything is possible now. You may have been in a time where you thought that everything was impossible, because you may have allowed other people to dictate and determine your success. You may have allowed other people to shut you down and to dictate and determine your power. You may have been caught up in, why isn't this happening for me? Why have you forsaken me? Why can't I? Why can't I? Why can't I? And been in a time of unworthiness, or feeling of undeserving, or feeling of, unworthy of success or popularity, or your dreams coming true, or. But that person on the other side says they are so proud of everything that you have created for you. They are so proud that you've got your connection back to God or spirit. They're so very proud of you that you were able to see yourself for who you truly are. And so now, from that side, we are bringing you so many opportunities, and we want you to be, this is awesome. I'm getting teary-eyed. We want you to be open to discovering yourself even more. We want you to be open to the experiences around you, all of the experiences around you, not just some of them, because you have no limitations. You know what it's like to come from nothing to step into something. And now we want to bring you all of these opportunities, and we want you to step in a time of discovery, in a time of knowledge. And look at all these beautiful, wishing upon all these beautiful stars. A time of discovery, a time of knowledge, a time of being open to your true possibilities. And we want you to let the rest go. We don't want you to think about those things that have happened to you in the past, because that doesn't make you you. If you're watching this when you've probably watched the first one, deck one, you've probably chosen deck one, because deck one talked a lot about releasing and letting go and stepping out of that victimhood mentality and stepping into your power and your strength. And those on the other side want you to just let all of that go. Everything that has happened to you in the past, number 24, everything that has happened to you in the past isn't who you are. This is who you are. This is who you are. And you're riding this wave into a time of victory, Find what stimulates you. Find what resonates with you and allow that to be your move, to be your muse, and step into a time of grace and a time of appreciation. Not only appreciating yourself for moving out of that time of uncertainty, that time of unworthiness or undeserving, that time of being a victim to the circumstances and the situations around you, but appreciating those around you who have helped you move forward. Those appreciating even those around you that showed you that that isn't the type of person that you want to be. That isn't the type of life that you want to live. There's so much more out there for you. You're being guided to be present in this moment, to be present in the now, to let it go, just to let it all go. Find your muse. Be present in the moment. Walk through this time with grace and strength and appreciation for everything that you've been through, because all of that is going to put you into this time where patience may be needed, strength may be needed, grace may be needed, appreciation will be needed. And we want you to get in the attitude of gratitude. Be grateful for just the little tiny successes, the little tiny ones. Be grateful for every single accomplishment that you make. Find something that you can look at and you go and you say, holy shit, I'm going to take this and I'm going to create it into something absolutely amazing and beautiful. And this is going to be my muse. This is going to be my foundation, my stepping stone. So if you've recently lost someone, or even if you have someone who is very important to you on the other side, they want you to go through that motions of healing. They want you to cry, to do what you have to do. But then they want you to step out of that time of being alone. They want you to step out of that time of feeling as if you've been abandoned. They want you to step out of that time of using things to cope with the loss. And they want you to dig down deep into that strength. And they want you to be open to every discovery around you. They want you to move forward with great ideas and ambition. And they want you to release resistance and just go with the flow and be in the present moment, because they are bringing you so many opportunities and so many. And I also want to say that they're bringing into your life people who are able to help you recognize your inner muse, people who help you recognize that power that you have within to create whatever it is that you desire to create. When I open to the deep source of grace, the flow of my life feels effortless and vibrant. Appreciating that the good that exists in my here and now, in the present moment, expands my awareness to all that is good in this universe. You may have been through a bad time, and you may have met some bad people, and you may have had some bad experiences, but those experiences don't make you you. You can appreciate what has made you stronger and use that as a catalyst to be in this present moment. You can use that as a catalyst to let go of everything and everyone that no longer serves its purpose and move into this time of an absorbent amount of opportunities coming your way. And don't limit yourself to these possibilities. Don't limit yourself. Dip your toe into every single one of them until you find the one that brings victory and success. And ride that roller coaster. Ride that as far as it will go. Enjoy it. Appreciate it. Feel the success and the power that comes from it. There are so many on the other side who are so very proud of you. Please know that. And please know that you're divinely guided and loved. And until next time, Don't forget to sparkle and shine. All right, if you have chosen pile number 3, which is the Angel Postcard of Spirit, this is what your postcard says. Dearest you, miracles never run out. Look back over your life, and you will see so many moments of synchronicities when all the right people, the right place, the right opportunities, and the right time just showed up without any of your help. Think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. You felt you were given up, but it was more like a gentle surrender to whatever was about to happen. We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you, and you will never, ever run out of time. You just don't get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, and when they will show up, and what they will do for you. All of that is our department. I keep telling people that all the time. No one listens. Spirit knows. Listen to me. No one listens. Spirit knows what is best for you and what wants to be expressed through you. You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. That would be a good mantra for you today. We're on it and relax. You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. That would be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. Relax. If you only knew how much you are loved. Spirit. So let's see what our tarot cards have. Oh, we are so releasing and stepping into our time of power. Oh, look at that. I love this. So Spirit is talking to you here in this postcard about releasing the desire to control how the miracles get to you, where the miracles come from, how they get to you, how they're going to get to you, when they're going to get to you, right? And I think we hold on to a lot of those burdens of the what's, the where's, the when's, the how's, the why's. How is this miracle going to come? What is it going to look like? When is it going to get here? What is it going to be like when it gets here? What am I going to have to sacrifice in order for this miracle to come? And then we put ourselves down this rabbit hole that is just so difficult to dig ourselves out of. And every time we try to dig ourselves out of it, more sand piles back on because we never stop worrying or concerning about how. So I think the Queen of Swords is really talking about you stepping into your power here, you stepping into a time of saying, you know what, fuck it. I'm surrendering. I'm surrendering to Spirit. I'm surrendering to Source. I'm surrendering to Universe. I'm no longer desiring to carrying around all of these burdens, not mine, not yours, not theirs, not his, not hers, not anyone's. And I'm going to give up the need to be in control, to try to harness all of this, you know, trying to harness all of this energy that puts me out there as being worried about where these miracles are coming from, or how these miracles are going to enter my life, or what the miracles will look like, or will it be the one that I, you know, the visualization that I did yesterday, or will it be, or how will it be, or when will it be, or where will it be? And we're giving up the desire to control all of that shit, because in the long run and in the end, you have no control of it anyway, right? So standing, you're releasing this and the desire to be in control of it all, and you're going forward with this beautiful passionate energy of growth, learning, determination. You're looking toward the future, and you're taking control of it. I mean, you've decided that you are not going to allow yourself to control the outcome of these miracles, the what's, the when's, the where's, the how's. You're taking control in an essence of no longer worrying about the how's, no longer carrying the burden of how these miracles are manifested. And when you do, look at what you step into. Look at those cups overflowing with all of your wants, needs, dreams, and desires, right? There is a time here of resting and rejuvenation. There is a time here of stepping out of this mentality of needing to carry those burdens around you. And there's a time here of understanding that you are the magician that creates. You are the magician that has the power to create all of these miracles, right? As you step out of this and you step into this, you become the co-creator with Spirit. You become the co-manifestor with Spirit. right? You take the time to rest and rejuvenate, to get yourself back into play, if you will. We have 9 and 1, that's 10. We have 10. We have 8 and we have 9. So we're on a journey here of exploration. We're on a journey here of releasing and letting go. We are a journey here of resting and rejuvenating. We are on a journey here of using our natural magic, our natural powers, and our ability to manifest here. Why wouldn't you want to step out of this time of uncertainty or carrying those burdens around of unknowing, not knowing how or what or when or where these miracles will be manifested? Just know that that is not your job. It's not your job. Spirit says it right there. It must be true. It's not your job to worry or to be concerned about it. We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you, and you will never ever run out of them. So why carry those burdens around with you? Why pigeonhole yourself? Why continue to carry that low vibrational energy when all around you there is so much potential for success and achievement and greatness and abundance? Let's see what else we have. The royal you. Step into your own power. Can I get a hell yeah? And there are endless possibilities around you. Endless. And you have the potential to tap in to each and every one of them. Each and every one. Setting up healthy boundaries so we no longer put ourselves here back into this time of carrying around burdens, unnecessary burdens, carrying around unnecessary responsibilities and obligations that others have projected onto you because they can't take care of their own shit. And they, it feels like there are just so many others around you who kind of use you as a dumping zone. So you're not only bogged down with your own burdens, not only being bogged down with your own burdens, but being bogged down with the burdens of others. So it's not it's no surprise that this card would come forward. I'm sorry, there's all these things coming in and I'm trying to focus. So, a time of discomfort, I courageously seek my soul's essence, which is clear, pure, and luminous. So don't get stuck in a time of discomfort as you're coming out of this time of releasing burdens, and don't allow this discomfort to push you back into a time of uncertainty, right? Use those. Okay, yes. Present those boundaries around you to protect you from that energy of discomfort or uncertainty. Collaborate with others. I want to say collaborate with other magicians around you. Collaborate with other co-creators around you. Collaborate with other channelers around you. And then we have offer, right? So open up yourself. Offer up yourself to be the channel of great things in your life. Offer up yourself to be the collaborator with other powerful magicians around you, right? Because when we are open to the opportunity of endless possibilities, and we are using that opportunity to collaborate with others, we have the power to do anything, and you have the power to do it all on your own right now. So just imagine how powerful it would be if you were able to collaborate with others who were just as passionate about releasing and letting go and moving forward as you. And I also want to say, with the channeler and the offer up here, I kind of get a sense that maybe you are a light worker, or you are a psychic or a medium or a reader. You work perhaps maybe in magic or energy work, and you are not very secure about the power that you have within yourself. Yeah, the power that you have within yourself. But by working with others, you have the potential to, um, I know it sounds weird, but up the power, stimulate that power within, stimulate that the already spiritual energy you have within, right? That magical energy you have within, and then you're able to step into a time of endless possibilities. And then it's like you taking charge of that spirit within yourself, that higher self within yourself, right? So there was a time where you were very, very insecure about it, and spirit is asking you kind of to release and let go, set healthy boundaries, and don't, if things aren't working, if things, you're not going to step out of this and directly into, I am, the greatest channeler and collaborator ever. That doesn't happen. There's a lot of healing that needs to be done. There's a lot of stepping back and reevaluating that needs to be done. There's a lot of stepping into your own power here, and there's a lot of connecting to endless opportunities and possibilities around you in your spiritual work. So again, stepping into a time of resting and rejuvenation and healing, and then stepping into a time of power and releasing and allowing all of these endless possibilities and opportunities to come, and being the channel, the channeler, the channel for the connective energy from as above, so below, and doing that. And I just feel like you're an energy worker here. I just, with this and these, I just kind of feel that you're an energy worker, and you have this wonderful opportunity to collaborate with other energy workers, and perhaps maybe even offer courses or classes on energy working. Not so much using that energy to manifest, but using that energy to heal from past struggles, and setting those healthy boundaries so you are not sucked back into, I'm sorry, so you are not sucked back into um, that 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 negative way of thinking of how are the miracles, or how this is going to work. How am I able to step into my own power, and how am I able to offer up my experiences or offer up my services to others, right? And when we get into that whole mindset again, then we put back, we carry again those burdens, right? So it's all about releasing and letting go, and at a time of discomfort, courageously seeking your soul's essence and clearing your mind and clearing your energy and stepping back into this collaboration, channeling, endless possibility energy. Because I feel that you have so much power within you. And as I said, I wouldn't be surprised if you were a channeler, if you were an energy worker. But stepping into that power, resting and rejuvenating, stepping into that power and releasing any unnecessary burdens or stress, or any unnecessary uncertainties around how this is going to work out, because it is meant for you. It is meant for you, so it will work out. And as Spirit said, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that you can't even see. And the moment that you let go, the moment that you surrender, whatever will happen will happen. And it's all in divine timing. So know that you're divinely guided and loved. And I'm so very proud of you, and for you taking the opportunity to release all of this and let go and step into a time of you being who you're supposed to be, and you helping others to heal. And just remember, if you are stepping into a time of helping others to heal, it is impossible to do that if you're coming from a place of not being healed, or coming from a place of holding that past residual energy of anger or hate or uncertainty or impossibility or unworthiness or undeserving, or holding on to that. When is this going to succeed? How is it going to succeed? You have to let go. You have to surrender. You have to just be in the moment. Allow those endless possibilities to come and take control of what this is. Just allow it to naturally happen. Allow that energy to naturally flow. This is a transformational time for you. I wish you so much great luck and success. Know that you're divinely guided and loved. And until next time, take care of you. Bye.